Hi, I'm Matt Holman.
And I'm Matt Cole.
And welcome to day 2 of the 6 days of the 666 project.
Merry 666.
Happy 666 to all.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And so the 666 project is a Halloween anthology show that happens at the Push Comedy Theater around every Halloween. This year is its 5th annual show. It opens up on October 19th. Then on the 20th, it plays again, the 24th, the 25th, the 26th, and the 27th. All shows will be at 8 p.m. at the Push Comedy Theater. And the whole purpose of the 6 days of the 666 project is to give you a little insight into the creative process. Let you see what some of the cast members think, as well as some of the production staff. And we even have some audio versions of previous pieces coming your way.
That's right. And for today, the second day of the 6 days of 666, we have an interview with Andy Poindexter and Nick Nauert. So let's listen into that. Enjoy. Hello, my name is Matt Cole. And I'm here with some other alumni from the 666 Project, which is a macabre anthology. Got some spooky, got some funny, got some entertaining. Hi there. Welcome, Andy Poindexter.
Hey.
And we got Nick Nauert.
Hello.
All right. So we're going to talk to you guys about what you've done in the past with 666, what your plans are for the future with 666, and what you enjoy about the show, and yada, yada, yada. Sound good?
Yeah. Yada, yada.
Maybe we can also get some pizza afterwards as well.
Absolutely.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So Andy, why don't you begin? So first off, what is your history with the 666 Project?
My only history with it, besides being an audience member, was was writing music for your the one that you directed 2 years ago, the Devil Makes 3. Mm-hmm. So yeah, you were kind enough to bring me onto that project, and
you made some wonderful music.
It was a lot of fun to play with.
Have you ever scored like a theater play before? Like
that was my first theater.
That's awesome.
Scoring, so it was nice to kind of get my beak wet doing that.
And you know what? I think we'll insert here. We'll play some of the music a little bit.
That'd be awesome.
And look at. By the way, Matt Holman's in the room with me right now, so I'm looking at him.
Sweet.
Hey. He's helping out with this podcast. Yeah. And so, what? Talk about a little bit. How did you go about making it? What was the process?
The process was trying to understand what you were trying to put up visually. So I came to a bunch of your rehearsals, and then just reading through the script, trying to figure out what needed something. And you know, it had like a backwoodsy, like West Virginia rednecky feel.
That's where I'm from.
You know, so I mean, you really put your heart and soul into that one. So yeah, so I just kind of found like some neat sounds on my keyboard, like hammered dulcimer and things like that, and just tried to create like something that would work, and I think it played really well.
It's so cool. And I don't want to talk too much. It's more about you guys, but the reason why I brought you on, one, you are the official musical accompanist for the music improv program at Push Comedy Theater. You do great work, and it's kind of insane. I mean, I bet some people who play the piano are like, I could probably do that, but like you had to like learn improv yourself and like get up on stage, and I think you're brilliant. And then you also, I mean, you're multifaceted. You can even do non-improv stuff and record. So some great talent. We'll slide over here. We'll get back to Andy in a bit. But now to Nick.
Hi.
So what was your involvement with 666 Project?
So I was a performer in 666 last year. It was my first time ever acting in anything. I'd done improv classes up to 301, 201, 301 at the time.
Yeah.
And a friend wanted to try out and wanted me to go try out with her. And then unfortunately, my friend did not get in, but I
love
did.
it. I love it. You're canceled. I'm in.
Yeah, I was just thrown into this with like zero experience acting.
You didn't even do anything like in high school theater?
I was a backup greaser in Grease the Musical that we did. So like I didn't have any like lines or anything. I did a bit of dancing, you know.
That's
I did
awesome.
a little bit of dancing. So I sang quietly because I can't sing either. My only claim to fame was during one of the scenes where I was just an extra in a high school thing. I just walked around and like whispered penis to people on stage and tried to make them break, and I thought that was hilarious.
Did you do any stuff like that in 666? Like walk around saying penis, or what was your closest to that moment?
No, no, there were no penis rituals. The only ritual I had this time around was singing I Just Can't Wait to Be King from Lion King before every show. Was kind of like my shtick. I don't know why. It helped me. It put me in the right state of mind to like put on a good show.
So besides behind the scenes, that was hard. That was hard to get out. Beside behind the scenes stuff, what were some of the characters that you actually played in the show?
Yeah, let's see. There was the acolyte in the first play, the name of which I'm forgetting, which I feel really bad about. But I end up becoming like God's right hand man with a sickle, and I get to I got to walk down the aisle and like scrape the sickle against the aisle.
It
and
was so cool.
And shit.
That one was directed by Core Theater.
Yes.
I've worked with them before on a whole bunch of different productions, and they are really into like lighting and mood and like sound. And yeah, you were wonderful for that role, and they probably didn't even know about it, but like you went shirtless. You were like, I want to take my shirt off, and you actually have this like insane looking beautiful tattoo that actually really fit.
It kind of looked like how they described the goddess to be. I have a woman on my chest with a third eye, and it's like blue skin and like this jewel on it. It looks very goddessy, and so like it just so happened to really, really work for that. I had people come up to me after that, and they were like, hey, that's really cool that they like apply a tattoo on you every night. I'm like, oh, that's real. And they're like, fuck you. No, there's no way that's like.
Well, that's why you got the part and your friend didn't.
Yeah. I go into all of my auditions and just flash everyone in the room to like really show them what they're going to be getting if they put me into this production.
Let's talk with both of you now on what do you enjoy most about working with 666 or seeing 666? What kind of gets you excited every year about seeing the show or whatnot? Any thoughts, Andy?
I mean, October is my month. It's mine.
Andy owns it.
It belongs to me. No, I mean, I love the fall. I'm an October baby, so, I'm a basic white bitch.
Oh, shit, when's your birthday?
The 21st.
Oh, I was like, I don't have a present for
That's okay.
It's today.
This is my present.
You're welcome.
Thank you. But no, it's, I really get into like the Halloween spirit and the spookiness and, when I first came to Push and I was talking to Brad about all the opportunities they have at the theater, he said, you definitely need to check out 666, whether you're participating or just watching, because honestly, I think it's the only thing in this area that really does the holiday proper. It's such a huge, production, and it just fits so well. I love the aesthetic of it.
How about you?
It's hard for me to say because I've never seen a 666 before. I was new to the area when I started at Push, and then it wasn't around previous Halloween for this. So I'm looking forward to actually seeing it this year for the first time. It's exciting to me.
What are you most looking forward to when you see a play in general? Like, are you looking at the acting? Do you want to be scared, or are you more interested in the funny stuff? Because there's all kinds of stuff for anyone at this.
True.
That's a good point. I am actually looking forward to being scared in a theater this time because I've never had that. I've never seen a play that was meant to be horror themed, and so that'll be a brand new experience entirely for me. So, but yeah, beyond that, these days I watch it for the acting, trying to pick up what I like, what I maybe don't like about whatever's being done on there, and also the way that people direct it is really fascinating to me. After I've basically theater is this big brand new world, and I just sit there wide eyed looking at everything, like trying to take it all in.
Let's go for favorites. And how many of the 666? So you hadn't seen it before. You just auditioned and was like, all right. So your favorite is going to be one that you were in, and your favorite, Andy. How many of them have you seen?
Just last year and year before.
Yeah, okay. So favorite piece overall. You got one, Andy?
Well, I mean,
you better say mine, you mother.
Well, it's a toss up between yours, Smile Stealer from 2 years ago, which Matt Holman wrote. And the one that you were in last year, Nick, that Albert directed, the Ghost Tour.
Oh yeah,
I adored the way that one was presented. I thought yours probably like Smile Stealer had definitely the spookiest, like creepiest feel to it.
Yeah,
I think yours was a lot more. It was like the realest, like rawest kind of thing going there. It was really
redneck
cool.
horror.
Yeah, it was like raw chicken, man. terrifying.
What would you like talk more about Smile Stealer? So you mentioned, I know Matt Holman. I'm sitting across the way from him. Good work.
Yeah,
he wrote it.
It was so like unsettling, and in like the best possible way. Like it stayed with you. And that year, I think I went to every 666. I just watched all 6 of them.
Oh, wow.
Just to see like, different ways people would present it each night, how they would act certain ways. But I just completely loved, the way the Smile Stealer, like, just gave you like this, like, quickened heartbeat the entire time watching it,
Yeah. And it is interesting how, it's basically horror and sometimes a little bit of comedy tinged with horror, I guess. But it's like any genre. It could be a slasher. It could be, that was more, I guess, like psychological horror, like, descent into madness sort of stuff. Mine was kind of like, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, like redneck horror and that sort of thing. And then you also mentioned Ghost Tour, which Nick was in, which again was a funny one. And usually every year, one of the owners of the Bush Comedy Theater, Brad McMurrin, he writes wonderfully funny, but it's tinged with, horror, I guess. He writes funny pieces. Talk about Ghost Tour. What was it about and like what you got to play?
So the premise of Ghost Tour is there's a ghost tour that goes to the haunted places of Ghent, and it's run by this guy who can see these 2 ghosts, but he's the only one that sees them. So he's basically like forcing these ghosts to be his spook factor on this tour to make a really good tour. The only thing is the ghosts really suck at being spooky. They just can't get it right. They come at him with scary current events and like small political shit, and then they go way over the top and they straight up attack the people, and that's not what he's going for either. That doesn't sell. And so it's basically this just comedy of errors with these 2 ghosts just doing their darndest to make Jake the tour manager proud, and they just can't.
Bless their heart.
It was wonderful because and we all take from and get influenced by different things. I saw a little bit of like Beetlejuice, where they're trying to like scare other people and they're just like failing horribly. So I saw a little Beetlejuice with once again Brad wrote it. He's one of the owners of the theater, with his own sort of life of like running a theater, running like entertainment sort of stuff. And I was like, this is really, really cool. And it was a hit like every single night. I mean, we had people just rolling. They were so, and the part where you like threw not an actual baby, but a baby in the air.
That's the final one. When we go too far and start attacking them, we take their baby and start playing monkey in the middle with it. And on the final night of the show, I decided to mess with it a bit, and I just spiked the baby like a football. And the best part about it is the people who laughed the hardest were the directors all in the back watching it. Like you hear laughter erupt from the back because what the fuck did he just do? That was fun. That was also the one that taught me that I am really bad at keeping a straight face on stage. Because, Michael Stipulkowski, who did a great job as Jake, he has this "I've snapped entirely and you have driven me to actual insanity" look on his face, and just turns to look at me, and I broke on stage every single time. So much that they just made it a bit. Like that was part of the play. It was me being a bad actor. So
all right, let's was that your I asked for favorite piece from Andy. Favorite piece from you, was it the Acolyte one? You had a big role in that, really good. Or Ghost Tour.
The Acolyte one was fun because I got the meaty role without having to be in the thing too much, actually. I showed up a little in the beginning and a little at the end and got like big rewards off of it.
You're like Boba Fett from Star Wars. Is that too?
He's got his own fan
too tangential.
Club. He's barely in it.
He's in the movie for like 5 minutes, and then they made an entire series out of him.
Exactly. That one was fun. I really enjoyed the we called it Cannibal Baby, but I cannot remember the actual name of the one. But it was
I like how we're really doing well with names.
It was the last one in the series, wasn't it?
The final one. It was Morgan and I, and she is pregnant and asking for a snack, and finally realized she wants me to go out and kill someone so she can eat them. Like that's the premise. And that one I liked, because it really did not come together until very, very, very late in the game, and we were distraught about it.
A little behind the scenes juiciness.
Also, the OG script said "daddy" a lot more in it, in like a really uncomfortable way. So finally, someone went through with a black Sharpie and returned the redacted copies to us.
It's another great example of, and one of the great things about 666, I think, is it's all locally. I was going to say locally harvested,
Yeah.
locally harvested.
You should stick with harvest.
Yeah, locally harvested. So everything from the writers. So whoever wrote that one, I think is Suzanne Burns. She wrote that, and she wrote it kind of after her own experiences of being pregnant and just like craving things. So the maybe not human flesh. I don't know. Hey Suzanne, if you're listening. So local writers, local actors, people who've never been on stage before, like our boy Nick Nauert here before, people who have a talent like Andy and who just like, I don't know, I guess I could score a theater thing. I've seen a movie before. And it all comes together, like you said, maybe at the last minute. But I guarantee, like I've so the first year, I'm on me now. The first year I wrote a piece, and we didn't know what to expect, and it was like, I don't know if people are gonna like it or whatever. And standing ovations, I think every year, the very first night and several nights through the 6 nights, standing ovation, people love this show. I hope it sells out every night this year. So if you're listening, probably get your tickets now.
Yeah.
Let's see. We have a little bit more time. Let's do a little lightning round. Favorite scary movie? Andy.
Oh, I suck at lightning rounds. Honestly, just for fun factor, I love the Paranormal Activity, the first one. I just giggle my way through it all the time. It is a romp in hilarious boo factors.
Nick.
My catalog is very limited because I just decided I liked scary movies like 6 months ago. But, I watched
a fresh-faced baby.
Yes, I am. I'll just tell you something. I watched The Witch recently, and that was really
really good. The Vitch.
The Vitch.
All right. Scariest moment in your life that wasn't a movie.
When I wrecked my car when I was
16.
Yeah, it scared the shit out of me.
Nick.
When a friend and I were throwing sticks into a dirt wall in the woods, and I almost killed him with one.
Oh my God.
That was pretty scary.
Well, that was going to be my next question. If you could murder anybody, who would it be? Andy.
I don't really want to name a name, but it would just be someone who really deserved it.
You know who you are if you're listening.
The world would just be a better place without that particular person.
All right, Nick.
That kid in the woods.
Yeah.
What kid in the woods?
The one he threw the sticks at.
The one I threw the sticks at.
He needs to finish the job.
That was really scary because I was supposed to hit him and I missed.
Well, you did great. You did great with the lightning round. Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
Any last words? Any last words? Any other thoughts? Anything? Any recommendations or advice for the cast this year? How about that? Besides drink a lot of water.
Well, yes, that. Just show up on time to things and put in the work outside of rehearsal is a huge one as well. Eventually people can start to notice if you don't. So even if you don't care, know that they will and you'll get in trouble.
Any last words, Andy?
I mean, I highly recommend if people have not seen this, get out from under that rock and go live the high life. It is the best thing going in Hampton Roads during this month.
Ooh.
So I know there's some other fantastic shows going on. We have a lot of friends involved in those, but I think this is the favorite for me, most definitely. Highly recommend. 10 out of 10.
Awesome. So check out the 666 Project. It's opening the 19th and 20th at the Push Comedy Theater at 8 p.m. sharp. Get tickets online at pushcomedytheater.com. Look us up on Facebook. Anything that the audience should know before they come into the 666 Project, besides like wear a diaper? Anything you think of?
At the Wiener Hall, if you order the Aleworks pumpkin beer and pair it with an oatmeal cream pie cookie, it is heavenly.
That is some good advice. That's some expert tips there.
And it really matches like the feel of the whole show, I think.
If anybody listened to this all the way then, they'll be like, thank you. That's some good advice. Any other advice for the audience? Anything they should know?
No, I can't possibly top that. I think you got it.
All right. Well, you're going to be the first time audience, so we should be telling you.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, bring a diaper. All right. So once again, 666 Project at the Push Comedy Theater opens the 19th and the 20th, then runs the 24th through 27th. Oh my God. That's 6 nights.
Whoa.
Guys, that's some spooky shit. Whoa.